So, I don't know if you guys watched the Predator Patterns um video that I made a while back, and if you look at that video and then look at the people that are on YouTube or on the entertainment industry, like look at how P Diddy was. If you watched the four, you already could tell that P Diddy didn't value people. Like he looked at them as if they were like chess on a chessboard, like a chess piece on a chessboard. Like he didn't see them as people. He saw them as people he could profit from, as well as manipulate. And then the people that seemed more innocent, he didn't like them, or had like actual values. He didn't like them. And then look at Bill Cosby. I knew something was wrong with Bill Cosby because if you watch the Cosby Show, because I don't know if people realize this, but Bill Cosby had like at least four shows in the 80s. He's had a career for a long time. But then when he made the Cosby Show, that's one of the most famous shows that people know of. But if you look at the people that were on it, that was guest stars, they were always pretty women. They were always tall, lanky, skinny. They had long hair. That was always at least past their shoulder, and they never said anything. They just would be like, and then you never see them again on the episode. So I always thought that was suspicious as a child, and I was like, something going on. And then look at and then yeah, I mean we figured out what happened with Bill Cosby, and normally people that do those type of things where they just have like random women around them, they're usually abusing them. They're usually trying to create like a harem atmosphere where they like have a lot of control, and they use you as like a trophy basically. And because even I had a job here that I worked for maybe a week, and I noticed that every person they interviewed was a very pretty woman, and they all had natural hair. They all had a very like their face was very pretty. There was nobody that worked in a company that had like um stereotypical pretty. Like there was no one that was not very attractive. And it wasn't because the company required that or needed that. Like for example, when you work at Abercrombie, they have a style of how they want their people to look. But this was a cell phone company. Why does everyone look like a model? And why did my manager feel uncomfortable when I didn't sit right up under him? Those are signs of trafficking as well. Anyway, and yeah, and P. Diddy was already suspicious, is from what I was saying earlier. And then look at Colleen Ballinger, the lady from YouTube that did random scenes. I remember I used to watch her when I was a kid, like not as much, but I would like dabble in some of watching her content. But then there was one time she posted a video where she was talking about how she got some kind of type of like vaginal infection, and I was like, your audience is mainly kids, and her family and her were talking about it explicitly, um, and making jokes about it, and I was like, this is inappropriate. I don't want to know about that. And I just stopped watching her videos because I was like, why would you put that on the internet and then like joke about it with your family on your YouTube channel and post it to people that are really young? Because I think I was like 12, and I was like, that's weird. Why would you do that? Also, I don't want to know. So again, they don't see children as children. And then you look at the predator patterns, and then you look at what they're doing. She didn't see children as children. That's something pedophiles do. That's something my dad did, and we know my dad is a creep. And then look at I think his name is I don't remember. It's like old the guy that Orison, something, I forgot, Amizion, I don't remember his name, but I used to watch him too as a kid, and he was making videos where he was rating minors as a fully grown man and talking about them as if they weren't children. And as a child, I was like, I feel uncomfortable with that. That's weird. Why would you, as a grown man, be not even weird? You gotta stop saying weird. That's pedophile like. That's, you don't have, as a grown man, there's no reason that you should be rating a minor on terms of attractiveness. So as a child, I was like, that doesn't make sense. So I already knew that there was something off about that as a child. And again, predator patterns. This is stuff they do. These are the same type of people from different places, different origins. And and then who else? There's another, well, there's many, but those are the ones that keep floating in my head. But yeah, they just do the same stuff. They all look different, but they have the same spirit. They don't see kids as kids. They have no sense of boundaries with children or adults. And I think, honestly, Bill Cosby built such a great show, and I'm not even gonna say it's a great show because I didn't like the show. I felt like they were unrealistic as people. I didn't really relate to the Cosbys, but I liked the aesthetic. But him, Miranda Sings, they probably wouldn't have been caught if people didn't stand up and like really look at the stuff they were doing. Because Miranda Sings, I think people would have been like, oh, like because of how she looks. Like, I don't think people would have suspected her. But thank God, after years later, people started talking about this stuff, But, oh, and then look at my dad too. Didn't see kids as kids. Had a great outside persona. Didn't, had great circles to be able to have access to the same people to be able to abuse them. This is all the stuff they do. This is all the stuff that they like to do. And yeah, watch Predator Profiles. I don't know, watch SVU. They all do the same thing. See ya.